right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
It was supposed to be a fun night at the movies, but it turned into a traumatic experience for many families.
I got hit multiple times, but as I was getting hit, there was the sound going off. So it was like, it was like just automatic, like a bunch of rounds going off.
Tonight, a victim who helped police arrest the AMC Theater shooter talks exclusively with 5 on Your Side. A home explosion rocks part of the bi-state overnight.
I mean, it made my whole house shake.
Now investigators are sifting through the rubble to figure out what caused it to blow up.
Cloud-covered rain to start the day. We still reach the low 90s. Why, we'll break that streak tomorrow, and if that's a trend that continues into the month of July.
We are kicking off tonight with a look at our weather first forecast. It is a gorgeous night downtown, but we've been tracking storms southwest of St. Louis throughout the evening. Thanks for joining us at 10 o'clock. I'm Holden Kerwicki. Brent Solomon is off tonight. Say goodbye to the heat and humidity as a cold front moves through the bi-state, but is that going to stick around for the 4th? I know that's the question everybody's wondering. Meteorologist Gary Frank is here with more in our weather first forecast.
Yeah, it's not going to be cool for the 4th, but we're going to try to keep it dry as we can. Right now, it's anything but dry. Just walking outside, you're immediately sweating, and there are a few areas that are impacted by a few showers and storms. And of course, you can see that one lone county on the bottom of your screen here that shows you that we have one severe thunderstorm watch. That's it. Otherwise, it's in the mid 80s. It feels like 92. The dew point at 74. That's borderline unbearable at 10 o'clock. And that's one of the reasons until we get that front that fully moves through, we still have to worry about at least a couple of showers and storms. And I'm not really worried about severe weather. There is still, like I mentioned, you still have Phelps County until 11 o'clock technically, but I'd have a hard time believing that it's going to be much of an issue or last that long. But there are a few showers and storms around there. We haven't seen anything relatively close to severe weather near our area, but there are a few pop-up showers and storms north of that in Gasconade and even in the Metro East, a sprinkle here as well. Otherwise tonight, it will actually be cooler. Storms and any of the storms that even exist at all, most of us staying dry. So you're not going to be waking up with storms, but you're going to wake up with temps in the low to mid 60s in some spots outside of the city, and it gets even cooler beyond that. We'll talk about that 4th of July forecast and our next chance for rain coming up in a few.
All right, thank you, Gary. For the first time, we're hearing from one of the victims who was shot by a fake gun at the AMC Theater in Creve Coeur. 5 on Your Side's Megan Kernan joins us in the studio after sitting down with the man who chased the shooter out of the theater. Megan?
Holden, last Saturday, a St. Anne man and his 2 sons were enjoying the new kids movie Inside Out 2 when a child took out a gel pellet gun and opened fire. The dad sprung into action, ran after the suspect, and is now being praised for helping lead to his arrest.
There's about 10 minutes left in the movie. Some commotion started going on. I looked over and seen somebody with a mask on.
Wallace Bell was enjoying movie night with his 12-year-old and 6-year-old sons when he noticed a young boy stand up at the front of the theater with a fake gun in hand.
No sooner than 3 seconds of him having my attention, I'm getting shot. So I got shot about 5 times. My 12-year-old got shot, and then my 6-year-old starts screaming. So that's when he got shot in the face. I immediately knew that it was a pellet gun because I got shot with it.
Bell says the people behind him could only see a boy in a mask, not knowing if the gun was real or not.
I just started climbing over people to get to the gunman and make him stop. Everybody was like balled up and pinned down because he was shooting. I think I was still getting hit as I was climbing over people.
That's when Bell chased the shooter out of the theater.
His brother tried to stop me. He's like, hey, wait, this is my brother. I'm like, yeah, well, he shot my kid in the face. Get to the hallway. I look left, I look right. I can't find him.
5 minutes pass by, and suddenly, he spots the boy and his brother.
And I'm chasing them, and they cross the highway. There's sirens going off. They could see the police, and they ran directly into the direction of the police just to get away from the crazy man that was chasing them.
Police arrested the child. He's since been released back to his parents.
It took about 2 days for the mark to go away on my son on his face right here. He was terrified. He said he didn't want to go to the movie theater anymore. When he was asking questions like, well, if we go to the zoo, will this happen? If we go to the park, will he be there?
Bell says the theater manager handed out free vouchers to patrons. He feels like they should have done more to protect them.
Even after the situation, there wasn't a guard for me to talk to. There wasn't a guard searching bags. If you were just looking for candy, you would have found a mask and a Nerf gun.
Creve Coeur police tell us at least 20 people have filed complaints about the incident. Detectives are still asking for more people to come forward. With each complaint, the child could face a new charge, including assault, disturbing the peace, or making a terrorist threat.
Megan, thank you. Right now, investigators are trying to figure out what sparked a home explosion overnight near Eureka. Crews responded to the home on Rivers End Drive around 11 last night and quickly put out the fire. First responders say no one was in the home at the time of the explosion and no one was injured. Neighbors tell 5 on Your Side they felt it from miles away.
And I know it's 4th of July, and I hit this boom, you know, and I'm like, wait a minute, it made my whole house shake. And I'm like, that was no firecracker. Can I live, you know, like I said, you know, I'm an easy 3 football fields away, you know.
Some people posted on social media saying they felt the boom as far away as Wildwood. It may take investigators weeks to find out exactly what caused that explosion. Right now, the Major Case Squad is investigating a shooting that killed a teen in Cahokia Heights. It happened around 5 this morning on Williams Street near K Street. Officers found 17-year-old Terrence Booker shot multiple times in front of a home. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Right now, no suspects have been identified. If you have any information, please call Crime Stoppers. That number is 866-371-TIPS. Tonight, we have new information in a missing persons case in South St. Louis. 20-year-old Keon Taylor was last seen on June 23rd. We've learned he was spotted at the Off Track Saloon on June 25th wearing a hospital bracelet. A bar patron concerned for his health gave him food and water and called police, but told 5 on Your Side Taylor wandered off before officers arrived. He was last seen headed south on Broadway. If you have any information about his whereabouts, you're asked to call the Missing Persons Unit at 314-444-5301. We now know when the old Chesterfield Mall will be torn down. Our partners at the St. Louis Business Journal report that the demolition is scheduled for October 15th. The property was purchased by the Steinberg Group back in 2020. Demolition is just step one of its $2 billion redevelopment plan. The mall will officially close its doors to the public in August.
1, 2, 3.
One of the Midwest's biggest Pride events is taking place this weekend right here in downtown St. Louis. Pride Fest brings live entertainment, local vendors, and the LGBTQIA community all to one place to celebrate the city's diversity. Organizers say this is especially important at a time when anti-gay measures have come out of the state legislature.
Because of all the rhetoric that we hear, the anti-LGBTQI plus rhetoric that we hear now, it's important to see be visible and out and let people know that that kind of language is not going to get us down, that we're a resilient people, resilient community, and we're going to stand up and we're going to fight, and we are here and we are queer.
Pride Fest continues Sunday from 11 until 6 o'clock. And don't forget, tomorrow the Grand Pride Parade kicks off downtown. It starts at noon at 10th and Market and then runs west on Market to 16th Street. If you can't make it downtown to see it in person, well, you can stream it. Watch the entire parade live on 5 Plus on your Apple, Roku, or Fire TV.
Coming up, debuting the Great American Bar Scene.
We're super grateful that he's doing this and all the love from other people we're getting.
Why Zach Bryan picked this Maplewood establishment to help release his new album. Donald Trump's new campaign promise calls to end taxes on tips. The Verify team checks to see if presidents really have the power to put a pause on the practice.
These dew points in the 70s, that's responsible for your extremely sticky day for most of Saturday. That changes on Sunday. How low we go and how long we can hold on to this stretch of dry air.